kind of on the brink for potentially getting a 1 seed here with Arizona losing to USC. What were your thoughts, takeaways from the game outside of Jay Billis and Jared McCain painting their fingernails together, which I actually was pro. I was pro that moment. I don't think you were, but
I'm not going to say I
what,
wasn't.
what are your thoughts?
I'm not going to say I wasn't, but to get Jay Billis to paint his fingernails.
What a bro. What a
Listen,
bro.
I mean, that's impressive. I was probably more impressed. I was more impressed that Jared McCain could convince Jay Billis, Mr. Lawyer Jay Billis, Mr. Super Serious Jay Billis, to put some fingernail polish on his fingernails was probably the most impressive thing I've seen all season. So shout out to Jared McCain for being able to talk Jay Billis into that segment, because I thought it was kind of creative, all right? But then that's when I knew they were going to lose. I was like, bro, you out here painting your fingernails before the game with Jay Billis. Like, come on now. Let's lock in.
Can I say one thing about the fingernail thing with Jared McCain?
Go ahead.
Just one thing.
Go ahead.
Think about the target on that kid's back. He paints his nails. He's the TikTok dancer. He's unapologetically himself. And, like, there's a line of people waiting at the door for him to not play well, lose a game for Duke, do something bad, so they can come running at the Twitter mentions to talk their shit. And I just want to say that I think what he has done at Duke, like the first 7-8 games, he was getting accustomed. He was struggling, just like Marco Jackson, but he figured it out. I think the first 7 or 8 games, he was averaging 7 points per game. ACC plays averaging 14 points per game. I think the last 13 games, he's averaging close to 17 a night. So, I just think what he's been able to do and not pay any attention to that stuff and just go out there and hoop and actually hoop at a high level at Duke, at a school that is they're like the Warriors. They're like the Yankees. They're hated. They're like the Patriots. Nobody likes the brotherhood unless you're part of the brotherhood. And so I just credit to him. I'm pro. I don't love the I don't love sitting there. I don't sit there and watch him.
But I'm not watching.
But I like that
McCain TikTok,
I like that he's himself and he can compartmentalize what he likes to do off the court and then get onto the basketball court and keep it business and give you buckets and play well.
For sure. I would say that the painting the fingernails, a lot of dudes do that, right? I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna paint my fingernails. I'm not gonna do it. You're probably not gonna do that for you. But I'm okay. I'm cool with that, right? But it's the TikTok dances that get me. Shaking your hips all the time on TikTok. As a dude, that if I'm playing against you and I'm watching you shaking your hips and they got 1 million views on my TikTok, for sure I'm coming at you a little harder. I'm about to really go at you in a second, for sure.
Let me paint you a picture, because you left college a couple years before I did. So I had the perspective of playing college basketball with older people like you, people my own age, and then when I was a senior, super senior, because I did 5 years, I had that next gen of TikTok kids on my team. So you walk into the locker room and you see them making a TikTok dance. You got media day pictures and you got the cameras out. You're in your uniforms and all they're worried about is their TikTok videos. And when you see it up close and personal, I think we all feel the same way. It's bro, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Stop shaking your hips in my locker room, man.
I think that's what it is. I think it's the shaking of the hip.